Yes guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today is a push session. Today is the 10th of April, Monday. As you can probably see, the gym is absolutely packed. And it never is on a Monday. It's bank holiday Monday today. So me and Reese got here and we're like, what's going on? It's bank holiday, so it's busy. So apologies if it's quite busy in the background. But it's push today. If you watched Reese's last video, it's that session. We do have some subtle differences, so obviously I'll go through my version of the session. And yeah, we'll basically run through it. In terms of prep, I will give an update properly at some point through the video. I'll keep you guessing. I'll put it right at the end, keep you guessing. Basically, I'm like 2 and a bit weeks in. Hopefully starting to look a little bit leaner. From peak sort of pre-prep, before the prep, I'm approaching 10 pounds down, which feels weird because I don't feel like I am. But before I went on holiday, I was like 197 pounds. This morning I was 188. But I'll do a proper update at some point. For now, first movement is the cuff lateral single arm. And basically, the reason that we have this at the start of the session is not only to prioritize the side delts. My side delts aren't a very strong body part of mine. So to prioritize a weakness, but also to get the shoulders warm before the pressing, and also just to mentally get warm before going straight into our first compound press. So yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy. So you like that? You like that one? So I've got 4 sets on this. Again, main reason being not a huge strength of mine. Also, they're not very demanding. Like, it's literally a lateral raise. It's not that demanding, so I can do a decent amount of sets on it. So 4 sets here. Obviously, it is single arm, so it can be a little bit time consuming. But again, because it's not that demanding, a couple of minutes rest and you're absolutely ready to go for the next set. First set I do with a 2-second pause at the top, just to make it a little bit more challenging there. Obviously, at the start of the session, we're a little bit fresher in that shortened range. And then all 3 subsequent sets, I just have more of a continuous tempo. With the actual setup of the cable, so I have it set up so it's pretty much in line with my hand or my wrist when my arm is just down by my side, so it's pulling me across. I could set it lower. You could argue, obviously, the angle that you set it is going to basically dictate the change in the profile and the resistance at different points. But I like to keep it here because then it's going to be more challenging through the mid and lengthened where we're stronger. But then if you want to prioritize the shortened a little bit, you can just spend a bit more time there, which is obviously what I do on that first set. Right guys, so I'm quickly going to go through how to reverse band the Smith press. So I'm doing an incline Smith. I've got a carabiner, daisy chain and a band.
This is why we need our 1MR.
Yeah, we do basically. 1MR have messaged us that they might send us some stuff, so maybe next time this will be 1MR stuff. So basically, what I'm going to do, I might as well show you while I'm doing it. So the reason, first of all, that we're banding this is based on the fact that it's the first press that we're doing. So we're trying to make it a little bit more challenging in the shortened position. There are a lot of converging presses here, but probably a couple months back I had a bit of a niggle in my pec and anything converging felt awkward. So I switched to the Smith and then just adjusted the profile slightly. Reese has also had a niggle in his pec as well, so it just makes it a little bit safer at the bottom of the rep as well. We're taking a bit of challenge off. So basically I've looped the carabiner through itself. Then I'm going to loop the band underneath the bar like so, bring it back towards itself like that, and then I'm going to just clip the carabiner wherever you need on the daisy chain. For me, at the minute, I have it 5 clips up, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I have it on that one, and then just loop the band into the carabiner like so. So that's why we're doing that, that's how we're doing that. I wouldn't really recommend doing it on a lot of movements, and I definitely wouldn't really recommend it on anything other than your first press, again for the reason in making it harder in the shortened range earlier in the session.
Smoke up, gas in the blem, free up the guys, then dip out the ends. Jump in the ride, then burn out the rims, don't stop, don't clutch the button. Never in the block with the up for events. Skin kept close to the button on them with the tips on 10. Back in the back, that's on tap, ready to go and jump out.
Good. Come on, brother.
Reese and go. Drive. Yes. What if you want it? What if you want it? Come on. Come on, then. Here we go. Easy work. Drive.
Right side, it came back. This lifestyle had me wrong. Woke up and then I kicked up. I can't go stun and I'm gone. Kicks on and I'm gone. Head missed and I dipped and shit. Clock that, it got long. Smoke up, that's in the blend. Free up the guys, then dip out the ends. Jump in the ride and burn out the rims. Don't stop. Watch the end. Never in the block with the up for events. Skin kept close to be putting on them with the pips on 10. Back in the back, that's on tap. Ready to go and jump in. Right side, king.
Come on, strong.
Right side, it came.
Come on, go back. Go back. Right. Yeah, dude, still moving well. Come on, I'm there.
Right side, it came.
So guys, obviously first 2 sets done on the Smith. So first 2 sets are a low incline, obviously more chest dominant. Second 2 sets a high incline. We take the band away. Obviously, like I said, the band makes more sense for the first press, challenging the short. We're not really trying to do that as much now, so that's why the band's been taken away. And more of a high incline, still going to get a lot of chest out of it, but this is more of our shoulder dominant press. First 2 sets went pretty well. That's the best I've ever had on 3 plates and a 2.5. And the back off set, I believe, is matched, but the last time I did that, I did it as a first set, so I can't complain. Last week, I actually did my higher rep sets first. I put a post on my Instagram about it just based on some back pain. My back seems to be fine now, so that's why I took the heavier sets first. But if you're interested in that, I did do a post on it, so you'll find it on my Instagram. So basically, that's a plug to put my Instagram.
And again, come on.
So basically, we've elevated the bench because Reese is doing a dead stop. And when he was doing a dead stop with how it was before, it was a little bit too high. The next setting was a bit too low. So we've just elevated the bench to sort of break the gap in between. And I'm just going to leave it like that because it makes no real difference to me because I'm not doing a dead stop. And it saves us moving the plates in and out under the bench all the time.
These. Come on. Good. Solid reps. Good. And again. Come on. Come on. Yes. Go again. Yep.
So that's 2 sets of the vertical press done. I didn't say before that the reason that I just do them both on the Smith is basically because, like I said earlier, the reason that we initially used the band and the Smith was about my pec issue. I've not really had any issues with it for ages, but I'm a bit tentative to go back to a converging style press. We do have the hoist next, which is third, but generally, obviously, by that point, we're pretty fatigued. The loading's not massive, and that converging sort of profile, because that drops off a lot, it feels pretty good. It drops off a lot in the short. So that's why I basically do both on here. Also, like I'm not doing any free weight pressing currently, and I haven't for a long time, to be fair. Mainly based on, don't really get on with it that well. But also, obviously, right now with the fact that I'm dieting, I'm going to be dieting for the next, 6 months or so. It's probably not a good idea to look at having a dumbbell pressing or something like that when I'm just going to get lighter every week, and the ability to stabilise it is going to get harder basically every week. It makes more sense to be doing machines basically with a fixed path where I don't have to create as much sort of external stability because it's already created by the machine. So that's why we have the Smith twice.
Get it, ain't no question if I want it. Go on.
Yep.
Good. Good. Come on. And again. Come on. One rep. Come on. Come on. Drive. Yes. Yeah, lovely. And again, and again. Come on. Take it, mate. Take it. 1 rep. Drive. Yes. Yeah, lovely. Good. Nice.
Nice.
Got some good endurance in your presses today. You actually
Yeah, I cheated on my diet last night. Cheated on my diet last night.
Easter eggs.
Yeah, Easter eggs. Easter eggs.
Those donuts from CMP.
Yeah, I've had all them already.
What did you do for your story? I didn't see. I skipped past
You
it.
didn't watch it?
No.
I ate them all.
What did you have to do? Did you have to say thanks for the donuts,
I
guys?
had to eat them all. Taste test.
Yeah. Just throw up.
Nah, yeah.
Swallowed them.
I just basically said, I said thank you. And then I just took the piss. Like, not in a bad way to like the product. I was like, thank you very much. Like, it's really nice, but I'm obviously not going to eat them because I'm dieting.
Until I'm going to save
I
this.
said I'm going to save one. I'm going to smell it every night through press. And I was like, then I'm going to eat 100 after.
Sick.
But I said it like as if I was being serious, because I am. That was really good. So I have that as the third press. It's very heavy in the length and range.
But really
it drops
nice
off.
here.
It's really nice here.
It's really nice.
It drops off in the shortened range. That's probably the best that's ever felt, to be fair. That was, I think, 11 and 1, 3 plates and a 1.25. I get a lot of tricep out of that as well, which is great, really. Like, I used to do dips as my third press, more of a lower pec, and basically a tricep kind of press. I get the same out of that, really. It's on a slight decline, so I get a decent amount of costal fibres, but then I also feel a lot through my triceps on that. So yeah, that's basically, I have those 4 presses on the Smith, 1 press there. That's my pressing done. And now I've literally got some arms. Actually, I've got a rear delt row, which I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you that, guys, in a minute. I've got arms, rear delt row, then arms, and then side delts at the end. But I do rear delts in this session. I do rear delts on a Monday and a Wednesday, because again, it's a body part that's not going to take long to recover. It's such a small sort of body part that I can easily just tag it onto a push day. This is my client, Owen. Got loads of clients in here. Why aren't you not worn his fkphysiques t-shirt or his fkphysiques hoodie?
I've only got the hoodie.
Sometimes, have you not got a t-shirt? I'll get you a t-shirt. Sometimes in here there's a fair few t-shirts and hoodies knocking about. It is basically my gym. Don't tell Rob. Premier Gym Rob. Right, guys, so rear delt row. I use the Cybex Prestige row, which is a really nice machine, to be fair. So I use the D handles on the actual handles of the machine because the handles are a bit stiff and I want to take like a semi-pronated grip like this, and the handles make it a little bit difficult to do that. Like I said earlier, I'm doing rear delts in this push session just because obviously they make up the deltoids, and I'm doing the other heads of the delts in this session. And this doesn't take away from my next session that I have back, which is Wednesday. So basically what I'm thinking here is to slightly protract the scapula, so shoulders forward slightly, and I'm just thinking to drag the elbows out and slightly down. So this is my range, yeah? I'm not trying to retract and bring my traps and my rhomboids into it. I'm just trying to drag the elbows out and down. First set I do with a slightly longer pause on the contraction, just to really focus on getting a good connection, slightly higher rep as well. And the second set I do heavier and more continuous. So 2 sets on that. Done. Now onto arms. Reece,
So,
do you know what it is?
yeah, fat grip.
Maybe look at that one.
Oh, fat grips.
Fatter, fat
2XL.
grips. Yeah. Fat grips. We're going to try them. So guys, there's some fatter fat grips at Premier, which are new. Well, they might not be new, but I've never seen them before. So I'm going to try them. And if you didn't know, thicker bar equals more muscle. It's a scientific fact. Sam, do you know what film that's from? It's a scientific fact. Have you ever seen Anchorman?
It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady, and that is a scientific fact, huh?
Have you? It's from Anchorman. I quote Anchorman all the time. Probably has gone. So I literally just do 3 sets of chest supported dumbbell laterals to finish off. You could argue the profile's not great at this point in the session, but I like the movement. It's really easily accessible. It doesn't take long to set up, get a good connection. So that's why I finish off on these. And with the arm work, so I do the preacher curl single arm just because I prefer the alignment, feels a lot more comfortable. And then I do the cross-body push-down. So those first 2 movements are emphasising the shortened position. And then the second 2 movements, I do a Bayesian curl, arms behind the body, and then I do a overhead extension. I've recently changed that because the machine was starting to cause some elbow issues. So I basically just changed it to it's like a strap attachment or like a long rope, just like an overhead extension with a pause in that lengthened position as well, just to reduce the load, make it more challenging there, and reduce the issues that I was having with my elbows by, again, going lighter and pausing there. 1 more set, done. So as well on that, I won't pause at the bottom just because there's no real challenge there. So I just keep the reps continuous, take some partials at the end, don't pause at the bottom just because it's easy there. So yeah, that's that. I'm going to pose now and then I'll do an outro. Exciting outro. I won't make it 6 minutes. Swap sides?
Nah,
Come on, it's my reels. Come with hair, thank you.
Your
Right.
hair looked awful at the prep reel.
Yeah, I know it did.
It looked awful, mate.
What did it look like that?
Yeah, but better. Yeah, so now it sounds right.
We're good, Sam? Right, guys, that is a wrap for the push session. Like I said at the start of the video, I was going to keep you waiting and give you a prep update. I didn't deliberately keep you waiting, I just realised I haven't given one. So as of today, I am just under 20 weeks out from the first show. So far, so good. Everything's right on track. I'm down, this morning I was 188.75. So from, like I said at the start, from like the end of the pre-prep, I'm about 9-10 pounds down. From the start of the actual prep, sort of when I came back from holiday, I'm like 5 pounds down. When I actually started dieting, when prep actually began, I'm about 5 pounds down. All really smooth so far. I've made 2 changes. The first change was reducing food slightly. It was 40 carbs on training days, 50 carbs on rest days, really easy. And the other change has been just increasing my training day steps from 10,000 to 12,000. So that's all so far. I'm sure Sam got some video footage of how I'm currently looking. Now and again, I'm posting obviously how I'm looking on Instagram as well, so you can check that out. But yeah, just under 20 weeks out, everything very smooth so far. I'll keep you updated with these kind of reels and obviously with the YouTube videos with changes that I'm making and sort of how everything's going along the way. So yeah, appreciate you all watching. Reece, have you got anything to add?
No.
No?
I'm in the
Do you want to tell everyone how good I'm looking?
He's actually not looking too bad.
Reece, my coach, you see now.
Yeah, no, we were saying at the end regarding training.
Run everything by him now.
At this
I'm so
point,
lean.
yeah,
I can't make any decisions.
Yeah, his mind's just scrambled.
Too lean.
At this point, like, training's all right. Training's good, as it should be. And obviously comparing to how you looked previously, like especially when you pulled off the weight you did,
Yeah, we're literally
it's
just
a different sort of look. So yeah, for 188.
Yeah, I got down to 186.
But it was a flat 186.
Yeah, at the end of the pre-prep diet, I was 186.
Yeah.
My training wasn't amazing towards the end, just because of the fact that I'd pulled off like 46 pounds or something like that in 12 weeks.
Yeah.
So obviously my training wasn't bad, but I was a bit like sluggish.
When you pull off a lot of body weight in a short period.
I could tell I just felt a bit light. But this is a much better look. Obviously, I'm still feeling very good, as I should be. I imagine I will be for a while. I've got a deload planned in 5 weeks. I'm 3 weeks into this meso, so a deload planned in 5 weeks, so plenty of time. No signs that I need one yet anyway, but that's structured in there. That can potentially move, but it's structured in there for now. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. I won't make it too long. Thank you all for watching. Any questions, please ask in the comments. Please like, subscribe, listen to the podcast. Next video, yeah, will be on both of our channels. Basically a day in our life when we film the podcast. So keep a lookout for that, and we'll catch you in the next one.